All right, welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're diving right into Virginia Woolf's absolute masterpiece, Mrs. Dalloway. We're going to go way beyond this simple, surface-level summaries to uncover the incredible psychological depth of this classic.
So, what is this book really about? I mean, if you do a quick search online, you're probably going to see it described as just a story about a woman getting ready for a party in London. And, well, yeah, that happens. But the reality? It's so much deeper than that. That is definitely not the whole story.
Here's the real core of it. She is reconstructing the human mind. Virginia Woolf isn't just describing a day of running errands and making social calls. She's doing something far more radical. She is reconstructing human consciousness itself. She shows us a reality where time just shatters, where memory completely hijacks the present, and where one life, quietly, almost invisibly, becomes two.
Section 1. The Simple Story.
Okay, so on the surface, we've got this very linear timeline following Clarissa Dalloway around London. In the morning, she's walking the city streets. In the afternoon, she retreats to do some heavy thinking about her past. And in the evening, she's prepping for her party. It seems like a totally normal sequential day, right?
But wait, at the exact same time, we're introduced to someone else entirely, Septimus Warren Smith. He's a severely traumatized WWI veteran dealing with intense hallucinations, and he basically embodies total psychological collapse. Now, at first glance, you might think, how does this guy connect to Clarissa's upper-class socialite life? But structurally, he's her mirror. One represents rigid social order, the other is absolute mental breakdown. And together, they form this brilliant, complete picture of modern consciousness.
Moving on to Section 2, Stream of Consciousness.
Now, this narrative technique is exactly why some readers feel, a little lost at first. Stream of consciousness ditches the traditional linear plot to follow thought itself. It relies purely on association, not a clock. So the book isn't structured like the outside world at all. It's mapped out exactly like the inside of our heads.
Think about how your own brain works. Step 1, a totally random sound triggers a memory. Step 2, that memory violently interrupts whatever you're doing right now in the present. And step 3, boom, your mind just jumped 3 decades in 2 seconds. There's no fixed timeline inside the human mind. Just these instantaneous leaps sparked by everyday triggers.
Section 3. Time is not linear.
Woolf sets up this incredible clash between two worlds. On one hand, you have external time, clocks ticking, streets to cross, strict social schedules. On the other hand, you have internal time, memory, emotion, vivid imagination. And Clarissa is living in both of these layers at the exact same time. A completely mundane external event, like a car backfiring out on the street, instantly collapses that rigid schedule into deep internal memory. Decades compress into a single, overwhelming second.
There's this quote that just absolutely nails the central idea of the whole explainer. Time is not something we move through, it is something we carry inside us. Isn't that a wild concept? We aren't simply walking down a one-way street of time, we are actively holding all of our pastimes, all of our histories, inside us every single second of the day.
All right, Section 4. Two sides of one mind.
So let's put Clarissa and Septimus side by side. They are basically two halves of the exact same human experience. Clarissa is the highly controlled life. She's clinging to social order, silence, shutting down her emotions. Septimus, on the flip side, is the uncontrolled life. He's consumed by intrusive memory, trauma, and emotional overflow. They show us how the mind handles unbearable pressure. You either rigidly lock it all down, or you completely fall apart.
If we just look at Septimus for a second, it's really heartbreaking. For him, the war never ended. It's still raging inside his mind. He literally cannot separate the past from the present. What modern psychology would clinically diagnose as PTSD, Woolf explores in this incredibly visceral, emotional way. She's not giving a clinical label. She's putting us right inside the human experience of emotional overload.
Which brings us to Section 5, the party and final meaning.
So the day wraps up with Clarissa's highly anticipated evening party. People arrive, polite conversations happen, life seemingly goes on. And on the surface, social order appears perfectly restored in the room. But underneath all that chatter, there's this massive, unresolved tension. It's the powerful friction between that rich, chaotic inner life and the heavily curated outer performance everyone is putting on. And this is absolutely crucial to understand. The party isn't a neat little conclusion. It's a mask.
The whole gathering is just this beautiful, tragic facade, covering a mind that is still profoundly divided between past and present. Nothing is actually resolved just because the guests are here and the music is playing.
So, what are the big takeaways from this explainer? Ultimately, this novel explores three massive concepts: how consciousness actually works, how our memories shape who we are, and really, psychological survival. That's exactly why the book still feels so incredibly modern today. It's not just about a woman running errands, it's about how we literally survive the sheer weight of our own thoughts.
I'm going to leave you with this undeniable truth. We are never only living in the present. We are always living with everything we remember. It's a quiet, kind of profound truth about human life. So I want you to ponder this about your own divided mind today. How much of your past are you carrying inside your present moment, right now?